I want to travel all over the world and see his beautiful creation while I'm helping other people. Sometimes we just need to take that minute and sit down in our chair and figure out what the joys are and start focusing more on the joys in our lives. My name is Deanna Blair. I'm with Spot the Dots. It's Discovering Optimal Talent Spiritually. And I am an author, working on my first book out this year. I speak on mental illness and mental wellness, and joy is a part of that. My mom is mentally ill, and I know from her we need joy in our lives. And if we don't have joy in our lives, we fall into depression and all types of other mental illnesses. And I just like to help other people understand that you can have joy in your life no matter what. My mom and I just recently, I say that 3 years ago, as of this month, reconnected. And because of her mental illness, we didn't have that great of a communication. It was a big barrier. And the last 3 years have been really joyful for me, having her in my life again. After 35 years, it's been interesting, yes, 35 years. She brings me joy, and through her, I want to help other people that have mental illness or that are struggling with a depression. I want to help people understand that just because they have a mental illness, it doesn't mean that they can't have joy in their lives. One of the most joyful times, even though it was a sad situation, I was in the hospital room with my mom about 3 years ago. She had a surgery and a lot of complications, and we finally got her through it. And once we got her through this whole ordeal that she had gone through, she looked up at me and she asked me to hold her hand. And as I'm holding her hand, I just had tears running down my face, and she told me she loved me. And it was so joyful because that was probably the first time I had heard that in years. And at that moment, I just realized I want to help people like her. I want to go out and help as many people as I possibly can. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it. Something else that gives me joy is bringing God back into my life. I had really had him in my life a long time ago, but probably pushed him aside like many people do. And it was really when my mom came back into my life that I began to see more of him, that I began to pray more. And ever since then, he just brings me so much joy. I don't think I could have gotten through my life in the last several years without him being by my side all the time. Passion, my passion for my mom, my passion for God, my passion for helping other people that are mentally ill, and yeah, just passionate about wanting to help every person out there, whoever I can. I want to travel all over the world and see his beautiful creation while I'm helping other people. We don't always understand what's going on behind closed doors or with the next person that's sitting beside you. And for them to really listen and to be understanding, that is the hardest thing about working with, living with someone that has a mental illness. You don't always know what's going on. And they may say something to you that is completely off the charts, but just having more compassion and listening will go so much further than they can ever imagine. Opening my eyes to my mother and to other people, it has really broadened who I am, and I completely changed my whole focus. My whole career was changed because of my mom. And even though I've always been into health, it wasn't until 3 years ago that I wanted to dive more into it. I wanted to be that person that is known for, how did I help you? How did, I want to be known for that. And for me, that is something that has built me over the last few years. And I'm so excited about it and where I'm at. It feels so amazing. Before, I was in a marketing position, and I felt like I was in the rat race. I felt like I was just chasing after something that I wasn't sure where it was going to go or where my next client was going to come from. And now, because I have so much joy, so much passion in what I do, I know that I'm not going to have to chase after it. I know that those people, those clients, are going to come to me asking for my help, and I'll be there, and I absolutely love that. When I think about joy, I think about the time that my mom was in the hospital. And even though that's not a joyous place to be, what came out of it was joyous. What came out of it was so incredible, and I had no idea that was going to come out of it. So yes, I believe that if you have joy in your life, if you have passion in your life about something, I feel that everything else is going to follow. And with faith, with everything you do, it will follow. And it won't seem like the rat race anymore. It will seem like, wow, I'm doing everything that I want to do, and it makes me happy. And so, yes, I just, so excited. It makes me joyful just talking about it. I 100% believe that joy is the answer. I believe that if you don't have joy in your life, then what are you reaching for? Is that goals? I mean, for years, I didn't have a lot of joy in my life. I just did the rat race like everyone, and it wasn't very joyful. I wasn't really that passionate about it. So absolutely, I think joy is the answer, and you need a lot more of it. We need a lot more of it. When you mentioned a park bench, I'm a runner, and there is a little location. I kind of run in various different directions, and there's an area that I run near my house that has a little park bench. And one day I just ran over there, and I just sat there, probably for an hour, just thinking and watching the wind blow, or listening to the wind blow, and watching the water fountain. And it was so peaceful, and it helped me think. It helped me to really recreate my day, kind of the world around me. And so when I sit in this chair, it made me feel like that. It made me feel like this is so peaceful. It's calming, and speaking about the joys in our life and how they affect our life is so important. And sometimes we just need to take that minute and sit down in our chair and figure out what the joys are, and start focusing more on the joys in our lives. We all need it. I had no idea what my day was going to be like. I had changed a few things around, and I thought, I'm going to make this happen. I have no idea who you are, what's happening, but I want this, and so I thank you. This is so amazing. I just want to thank Cheryl for inviting me here today, and also thank Sean for the introduction. This has been a great experience, and if anyone wants to come out and be on the show with Cheryl, I think it's a great opportunity for you. And especially CEOs, you have massive companies to handle, and sometimes there's not enough joy in your life. And I just hope that you when you do decide, just come on out and check it out, and great for your business. Thank you so much.